Hey there y'all, this is Hades, and today we are discussing Ragnarok Apocalypse, Chapter 11. And oh boy, this is great. I know I always say this is great, but it's great because we get some more of the participants that are going to be fighting. One particular, and another one that really fights dirty. I really don't like him. And we get Shiva and Indra in his gang. It's pretty cool to see. And we get some new gods that we see that... Okay, they're not going to be that strong, right? They're like the Bashamon from the original series. They're not going to be that good, alright? They're not going to be that strong. Granted, I bet they're strong, but not strong enough to take on any of the gods here in the Apocalypse, right? There's no way. So anyway, let's just dive right in, shall we? And yeah, this chapter is a freaking banger as we get good old Sun Wukong since announcing the end of Apocalypse, or sorry, not Apocalypse, Ragnarok. And we got the Zeus' subordinates, the goddess of victory Nike, and god of competition Zelos. That's cool to see, alright? To be honest, between these two, I only really knew of Nike. I did not know of Zelos, but it's cool to see that he's here. And Zelos is like, yeah, I ain't having any of this. Even if it goes against Zeus' will, I gotta do something about this. Ragnarok has to happen. That's what Zeus wants, and that's what's gonna happen. This guy's being a really big contrarian here a bit, so, you know, he's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but yeah, this is not the right way to go about it. As they go into a room and they see, okay, at first, when I first read this, I thought the angels were dead, but no, they're clearly not, because if you die, you turn to, you know, dust. So yeah, the person that did this to them, yeah, he let them live. As Zelos and Nike go in there, and oh my, it's funny as we get them coming into the room and we see, I am not gonna act like I know how to pronounce the name. I'm gonna do my best to Belial. As they come to the room and Belial is watching TV like for the first time, and he's watching a video of, it's a nice Easter egg of Zeus versus his father Kronos in the Gigante Montague tournament. It's really good because he's like having a good time watching this fight, and as Zelos and Nike arrive, he's like, "What? It was just getting to the good part." So implying that he might have seen the actual fight because he would have probably saw the actual fight, right? That's why he's like, okay, it's getting to the good part, unless it's more like, all right, this fight's pretty dang good. I'm sure, yeah, it's definitely, oh, freak, you interrupted. It was getting to the good part, you know, stuff like that. So I think it might be more the latter than the former, but who knows, right? And we get some narration saying that he is essentially, Bala is the outer god forbidden to have any contact with due to his overwhelming degree of danger. So essentially, you get in contact with this guy, you're dumb. Oh, I meant done, but also dumb. As he is known as the untouchable. Belia just laughs at them as he's like, really? You guys are really ordering me around? As Zelios tells me, no, that you scum, you better, you know, essentially saying, you know, none of this is going to be allowed. Like, you reckon the place, that's not going to be allowed. It's not going to stand. And Belial's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? As he approaches Zelios, holds the sword, and Belial's can't move it as he's like, do you really think you're able to tell us what to do? Don't you know what we are? We're gods. And gods, we do what we want. No other god could really tell us what and what not to do. And it's implied that he killed them. I don't know if he did or not. If I had to guess, no, he probably beat them to a pulp and let them live like the angels. Because again, to him, he's like, who's gonna really stop them? But you know, whatever, right? Then we cut to Shiva and his squad as they're like, all right, it's finally Indra's turn, and they're like, okay, so yeah, he's going up against. Oh man, these. I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna pronounce the name correctly. It's Ziwal. No, it's Chinese, so it'll be Jiwal, Jiquel. No, because Chin is Chin Chi Hung is still Jiwil. I'm so sorry, Jiwil. If I'm mispronouncing that, my apologies. But Indra's going up against him, and they're wondering, all right, Shiva, do you know anything about him? Do you know if Indra's gonna be able to win? And she was like, I have no clue. And they're like, wait, what? And she was like, yeah, when me and Indra were going up on the mountain just beating the gods, I was not the one that fought him. It was Indra. Oh, sorry, not Indra. I am so sorry. It wasn't Indra. It was Rudra. Rudra was the one that fought him, and Rudra beat him. As he's saying, besides, that was a long time ago. And do you really think Indra's not really going to improve? Besides, I love Shiva as he says, which way it is. As for how strong is he now, I don't know. At any rate, let's just shut up and watch our friend kick some ass. And again, it's just Shiva's carefree attitude I really like, and it's cool to see that again. Cool to see Shiva making a cameo in this. Well, when I say cameo, he's kind of a background character. Then we cut to Indra walking down to the passage where he's going to go join the tournament, and we get one of the assassin gods approaching him, saying, "Hey there, oh yeah, I just want to do a quickly bout with you." And Indra's like, "Oh yeah, is that true? Then what's your name?" And he says, Bahahu. I know I mispronounced that. I'm sorry. And he says, Bahua, I see. Then who's the guy standing behind me? What's your name? And the kid's like, oh man, so you really sense my killer intent. And Indra's like, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you're not gonna be able to hide from me. And the assassins are like, okay, yeah, so it looks like we're gonna team up and attack you, because by their means, any means necessary as their assassins, whatever it takes, that's what they're gonna do to complete the goal. As that's the motto of the four gods. And Indra's like, all right, sounds good to me, man. I'm ready when you guys are. And then we cut to outside, and I was wondering if Indra was gonna arrive with not wounded or anything, just be awesome, just walk out, because he's freaking cool. But no, surprisingly, he's held up as Hollock is announcing that they've been waiting for this, but something goes wrong here. As Zishwil, I'm so sorry, China. As he comes out as like known as the professional god that's essentially that whatever it takes to win, essentially anything goes. And he emerges out, and Hollock gets a message saying that yeah, Indra is essentially he's not coming out. They don't know what's going on. So if he's not back by the time like all the introductions are done, yeah, he's forfeiting, and Jigwal will proceed. So that might explain why Indra is in the watching Ragnarok happen with watching it with the other Indian gods. But we don't know how long Apocalypse happens before Ragnarok, right? We really don't know the time lapse. So like Indra literally could participate in this fight, get wounded, get healed, and then right there and then Ragnarok happens. That's very possible, and honestly, I would be pretty much fine with it because again, we don't know the length of time. It seems like it was not that long at all, but we really don't know. All right, and yeah, Jinquil is just right there, like ready to accept his victory, man. Like his father bought the freaking trophy, dude. Bought the whole match, and yeah, that was like, are you serious? I was not happy with that. Again, personally, subjectively, I was not happy with that. But I was like, if you're like those kind of gods, and it's by any means necessary, then clearly something's going down. And right here, I thought, as the other Indian gods are like, all right, Shiva, we should go out and head for Indra, look for him. As Shiva just remembers when Rudra was about to fight Indra, Indra, said, aren't you coming too? If it's a 2-on-1, don't matter to me. As it shows, he's not like cocky. It's more like the outcome's going to be the same, right? Like, you're not going to be able to defeat me, which is a bit cockiness, I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to lie, beating up Rudra defeated Indra, so I'm just saying. But she was like, nah, it's fine. It's Indra. That guy won't lose. As the fight begins, and okay, I do believe the fight's gonna. I think Indra's gonna fight them. He's gonna beat them, and then at the end of that chapter, we might get him emerging to fight. Does he make it in time? That's the thing. I don't know. I think he might not make it in time. I do want him to, but he might not make it in time. Because again, there's 4 assassins. We only see 3 of them. One's in the arena. 2 of them are here. There's a third one somewhere. Remember that, guys. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this chapter. The only thing I really was like, was again, Zelos. Zelos is like, again, his hypocrisy is not hidden here. It's like, Zeus's will is for Ragnarok to happen, but he also wants the tournament to happen. So yes, I'm being a hypocrite, wanting to to stop the apocalypse. Zeus wants it, but Ragnarok he wants to, but Ragnarok could stop because of Sun Wukong. So I'm not, and he's known as the god of competition. He should want this to happen, and things aren't going his way. Like Sun Wukong's making it towards the end, like he's like one of the finalists. That's when they should make their move, more or less. Again, competition. It's like, come on, like this guy like is very inconsistent. So I'm gonna take a point off that. But overall, this chapter again was mostly good. So I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10. Again, it's not terrible. It's just this dude being, dumb. But overall, everyone else is being pretty solid. And Shiva not going out there to see Indra is like interesting. But I could probably see it happening. I'm still a little bit, but it's possible. But yeah, that concludes my review. If you listen this far, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day and take care.